Our number 10 Scout the Statline 2024 first baseman via the model is a name we are more familiar with. Ralphy Velazquez comes in at number 10. Ralphie has not necessarily lived up to the hype that his first round pedigree would suggest. In 2024, he had 377 at-bats, 11 home runs, 61 RBIs, 8 stolen bases, but he batted 231 with a 347 on-base percentage. And Ralphie happens to be in the same organization as a few of the other names we've talked about today. He is a Cleveland Guardian. So playing time is going to come into a little bit of concern. I know that they've been trying him in the outfield. In 2024, he had 7 games in left field. He has had one game in general at catcher, which he was drafted at in minor league ball, and then 78 in 2024 at first base. So they maybe trying to start that transition. I think we'll have to tell in 2025. But what are your thoughts on our 10th first baseman?
Gosh, I remember he had so much hype like early last season even. Great name, Ralphy Velazquez, good build, strong organization. I'm not in. I'm out. I'm running away. Get him away from me. He's got a lot of work to do. He's young. That's his number one asset right now. Still a teenager. He doesn't look like a teenager.
Big kid, man.
He's from California, so it's not like he was an international signing. But dude, you look at his
he's really 27.
Dude, he looks 28. But no, apparently he's 19, so he's got that going for him. Jeez, he buys beer no problem. So folks, sometimes with these guys at the end of the list here, we got to turn it into a stand-up routine. But no, Ralphy Velazquez, I don't know. There's some kind of like the ratios, like he's not striking out that much more than he walks. That's the silver lining. But the contact number is like 243 batting average in low A. And I almost don't want to say it. 177 batting average. I can't even say it. In high A. What is that? Get out of here, man. He's got a lot of work to do. Only 19, but my goodness. Cleveland is looking like they whiffed on one here. Sell me Ralphy Velazquez, Matt, because I'm not selling him. I don't know what the model is seeing here, other than maybe a very thin crop at first base.
Yeah, well, and it's curious because we have 3 names that we'll touch on before we say goodbye today that I like. Maybe not more than Ralphie with all 3 of them, but I definitely like one of them. Ralphie, I think, is the true example of the risk of taking a high school catcher, high school first baseman, is the average may just never play. Now, again, you said it at 19. It's a little too early to write him off. He'll turn 20 at the end of May. If he can really make high A numbers stand out this season, if he can raise that average even to 260, I'll have a little bit more faith. But we're talking about a guy that after being drafted was in top 100s. I know I had him pretty high. And after seeing a year and a half of pro ball, about 400 at-bats, sure, 13 home runs is nice, but it doesn't overshadow the 238 average. It just doesn't. And I have deep concerns. I just moved him in a different 30-man part of a package because I am losing a little bit of hope as well. And I think the best case scenario here is he takes 3 years longer to develop. He is probably the guy that you talked about with Bryce Eldridge, where he comes up at 23, 24, because I can't see a massive statistical jump or skills jump in the next year. So I'm out as well. But the power is flashed. He's a big kid, high school, like maybe he just clicks this year. And if that's the case, we're going to look back on the model and say, oh, okay, well, you saw something that we didn't.